Okay, hi and welcome to all the guys and gals out there in YouTube land. It so happens that I've actually had a little bit of free time to myself at the moment, and rightly so, but before I go into a few things, I'd like to just turn away from the markets at this stage, and in doing so, I want to tell you just about something that's important and kind of goes along with what I've been saying in the last few months or so, or really what's been happening since the end of 2007, or more since January this year, 2008. Anyway, it's kind of a funny story, but yeah. So I was traveling down from work, and as I've been pretty busy lately, I've been racing here, racing there, and in a mad dash, I'm driving over this hill, and I realise that I'm kind of speeding. That's probably going a little bit faster than what I should have. All of a sudden, I look up my mirror, there's a siren, and there's a cop behind me. I realise what I've done, and I pulled over, stopped the car, and sure enough, the cop got out, and he said, yada yada yada. He walked up to the window. He asked the usual yada yada. I said, yes sir, I was speeding. He said, yes, okay. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I was speeding, yes, and I waited for him to give me a ticket. And yes, sure enough, I did get a ticket. But right before he left, this is really kind of interesting, but he sort of leaned over to me and he said, mate, you just can't go from day to day rushing around like that. And I was like, yes sir, sorry sir, it won't happen again sir. Okay, and then after that, what he said before he went was kind of amazing, and this is what he said, or something along these lines, like, kid, I know a thing or two, but the way that the economy is at the moment, slowing down at the moment, and the price of things increasing, I don't understand why I keep pulling over all these people speeding. At that point, I was pretty pissed because I had this ticket. I wasn't really in the mood to sort of listen or anything. So anyway, eventually I got the ticket. I drove off kind of a little bit annoyed, but it wasn't really until sort of 5 minutes down the road where it sort of sunk in that what he said, slowing down the economy, was just that. And things could actually have, I think that maybe had a double meaning, and there is a reason for a lot of economic meltdowns that have happened in the past, and in the current economic meltdown, and even future events that will occur. But I guess what was being insinuated to me was kind of indirect, in that this slowing down of the economy will be partly to stop people racing around and trying to make all that money, and make money their main priority, to obtain all those rich materialistic things, and not worry about what is really happening in the real world, like feeding the hungry and the sick and the starving children and all the rest of it. And it was kind of like a very inspirational moment, and all of this was was basically in the form of me speeding to work and getting a ticket. A classic example of just the uncanny things that do happen on a day-to-day basis that reminds you of what is actually happening. And I guess moving on to other things, I'm looks like I'm actually getting a ton of feedback, and I still have some messages to answer, but thanks very much for the comments. Thanks for understanding that I do have limited time. Obviously I do have a full-time job, and I can get to the computer when I can, but I am generally interested in, or hear what you have to say about a lot of the different things. And if you have any questions, oh yeah, I forgot actually, you can grab me at financial911@gmail.com. That's financial911, one word, @gmail.com. If you have any comments or questions regarding my videos, feel free to send a quick email or whatever. But I guess generally getting back to the economy, and whether I think we have seen a bottom, definitely not. If there is any truth to what Benjamin Forford is saying, and I believe there is, then part of the reason why gas prices are going up is because it has little or nothing to do with what is being given in the main media. You know, you hear about the traders trading on the cost of oil, speculation, yada yada yada, but it's much more to do with the deliberate increase of prices and also the failure to sell it in the quantities that we used to get it. Thereby, in those terms, in terms of some sort of demand supply, the prices are definitely being driven up. And you'll see that the actions of other countries and all sorts of things are actually helping with these actions and the prices and the increase of these prices. And obviously you can see it's very serious. It's affecting people in the hip pocket. More of their money goes into the gas, less goes into other things, and it's getting pretty serious. And you're never going to see this in the Western world or the media. They won't expose the truth, but it is actually the truth. And as soon as you confront someone about it, or ask them, you know, is this really what is going on? And is this really what is happening? The first thing they'll say is, no, completely not. Come on, are you serious? So that is a component of what is actually happening at this stage. And again, it's no use to get upset and become vindictive, to go out and cuss with wrong actions and become violent or whatever. But I think as things start to sink a little bit more, we will see, you know, kids and some of the other people get off MySpace and Facebook and off the computer and go out to the streets and cause a little bit of havoc and protest and maybe even act out in violence. So I hope I'm not correct on that, and I hope my predictions don't really come true, but it is quite possible that you're seeing a lot of people in the news now become affected in really becoming angry at the price increase of not just groceries and gas. It's pretty much everything, and it's affecting everybody. And not just everybody, it's affecting you, me, doesn't matter where we live, it's affecting everyone. So anyway, I have a lot of people emailing me, obviously. The reason that I set up that email was just to get the grand scheme of things on what you guys wanted to hear about, more than the stuff that I really just want to sort of get off my chest. But I get a lot of people that ask, you know, one of the main questions is, you know, how can I better prepare our family for the coming sort of months to 12 months down the track, or if we go into a bit of hardship down the track, how do we best prepare for this? And I guess I haven't really fully gone into all that sort of thing. I wasn't really sure if I should, but eventually down the track I will post maybe like a series, or maybe part 1, part 2, part 3 of sort of like a checklist of what you can be doing. And it will probably, just that giving you a checklist will maybe sort of help you out a little bit, I guess. So that's about it. I just wanted to put forward those things today and give you guys as much help as you can. Okay, that's about it for today. I do appreciate the people watching this video, and I guess my main goal is to help anyone that needs help in any general sense. So, okay, thanks for listening. Until next time, adios, enjoy your day, and I'll be in touch with you all very soon. Bye.